everyone, it's Talia here. Welcome back to another video on this channel. Today I have for you a really fun collab. This is a collaboration with the YouTube channel Beauty Nails Fun. I have shared her tons of times on Instagram. I'm not sure if I've ever talked about her on my YouTube channel, but I love her channel. I love her content. I love all of the different stuff that she comes out with on her social media, but the one thing that drew me to her account is her Instagram feed. It is beautiful. If you guys have not checked it out, you need to check it out. I loved how coordinated it was. I loved how beautiful it was. But I really loved all of the different background props that she uses in her social media on Instagram as well as in her YouTube videos. I just think it's beautiful. So this is a collaboration with her. We are gonna go over our background props, which is everything that I keep over here in this bin over here. I'm gonna show you guys where I store all of the different background props. We're gonna do a little bit of reorganizing, and I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorites that I use. And when you're done watching this video, make sure you go over and head to her channel because she's gonna have a similar video up as well. Her video will be in Dutch, so a lot of my viewers speak English, so definitely make sure that you check out her content because I just think it's so stunning. Even if you don't speak the language that she speaks, she does have some content and she does share some things in English as well, so definitely make sure you check her out. Also, if you are coming from her channel, then thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Talia. I have been on YouTube for 4 years. Content that I create on this channel is so all over the place. Generally it is product reviews, but I do a lot of organization videos, a lot of storage videos, studio vlogs. It's seriously, there's so much on here. So if you like what you see, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's dive into it now. I'm probably gonna do most of this video vlog style. This bin up top here, I'm not gonna spend some time organizing because I'm just not too sure what I'm gonna do with it. Generally, it's a bunch of different fabrics that I use for backgrounds, and I just have not found the best fabric storage solution yet, so that's why it's all just kind of gonna hang out in here. And then these containers I actually got to do an organization project on that Beauty Nails Fun has on her channel as well for her foils. So these are staying in here until I can take some time to do that, but that's what's on top here if you guys were wondering. This container here is from IKEA. It is their metal drawer units, and I have a video up when I initially set all of these up, all of these background props. A lot of these I kind of stopped reaching for and kind of stopped using, and this cart thing just kind of sat here. And then when I discovered her channel and her social media, I just fell in love with all the different props, and I'm like, okay, I need to bust these out again. But as you can see, these are kind of a mess. So I am just gonna do a little bit of like reorganizing here and shuffling some of these around because they used to be kind of organized. Like this would be gems here, and then I had it organized seasonally. So I do want to get back to that and have it looking a little bit better and function a little bit better for me. So this drawer initially was for all these different gems. Now I don't really use these gems anymore, but I am gonna keep them. Some of them I actually use upstairs, like in my actual vases. So I'm just gonna shuffle these around and just kind of see what I have to work with in here. And then I do have a bunch of like jewelry and stuff, which I think I might just try and keep in here as well. This drawer down here has a bunch of different flower embellishments that I got from Michael's. And these is actually pretty organized. I'm quite surprised by that. I'm just gonna move things around so that the colors are kind of together like how they should be. These need to go to a different spot. These are Halloween stuff, but this one actually doesn't look too bad. Next drawer down, this one could definitely use a little bit of a shuffle. This drawer houses like a bunch of bigger embellishments. Like these little picture frames and stuff are so cute. And I think that if I have them a little bit better organized, it'll be easier for me to know what I have and make sure that I'm using this stuff. A lot of these things I got from Michael's. You can just find them in like the scrapbooking section. Paper craft section is kind of where they're at. They used to have a bunch of these in like the dollar section there, but I haven't seen them in a while there. Now, the one thing with using different background props like this is I find that it can definitely look a little bit cluttered in pictures or videos if you use too many of them. One of my favorite ways to use these type of things if you're gonna take pictures of your nails is to place them in the background and then raise your client's hands up above it. And then that way these kind of fade out in the background and the focus is still the nails. That would probably be my best tip if you're gonna start playing with some of these different embellishments. I have a lot of these different flower ones, which I really like. These are some of my favorite to kind of pick up. Okay, so that's flowers and butterflies. Then we start getting into the seasonal ones, and now the seasonal ones are where we need the most organization. Generally, I try to keep winter and Christmas together, Halloween and fall together, but I think they've kind of got mixed up here. Okay, yeah, no, I think that is how I did it. I think I did do fall and Christmas all in the same drawer. These little containers are just from the Dollarama here in Canada where I live, and they work really well in these units. And if you pick up some of these different little embellishments, I like to look at the dollar stores. I like to look at Michael's, like I had mentioned. If you pick up like a pack of different types of embellishments, you generally don't need a ton of them for like the background of things. So even if you picked up like a giant pack like this, like you're probably not going to use a whole ton of these. I actually use some of these upstairs in my daughter's like sensory bins as well. So any of the ones that I'm not putting in here are just going to go up in her sensory bin too. This one just needed a little bit of shuffling because I think I just randomly thrown some stuff in here. This drawer houses Easter, St. Patrick's Day, and Valentine's Day. There's also some like little mini soothers in here for like baby nails or anything like that. I'm just gonna, again, shuffle some of these things around. And then the last drawer is kind of my miscellaneous drawer down here. So I've got like a little burlap sack. I've got some of these like little doily things. This flower can go back up here. I've got like a lot of little rocks and stuff in this drawer as well. And then I do have just some kind of neutral like beads. This is where I'm gonna put those little picture frames. I know that Ramona uses picture frames a lot in her pictures, and I really, really like how she does that. That is everything for this drawer. I'll just kind of give you guys a little tour now. So on top is some of these like beads. A lot of these gems and beads. Now I am, because Christmas is coming, I do have some more of these Christmas embellishments, which I think I'm just going to tuck in the back here. I usually like to keep them all together, but I think I'm going to be using those for filming right away. And then same thing with these little eyeball things. I'm pretty sure all of these are from Michael's. We're just going to tuck these in here because those were for Halloween. And then same thing with these snowflakes because I just don't want to misplace them. So they will just be in there ready to go. Second drawer down is all of the different flower embellishments. And then the next drawer down, more flower and butterfly embellishments. And all the way to the back. This drawer is the seasonal one, fall, winter, Halloween, and Christmas. This one is like the other types of holidays. So we have hearts, baby stuff, Easter. This one was actually in pretty decent shape. I'm surprised about that. And then this is kind of the more miscellaneous, everyday type of ones, with the exception of this spider that's gonna go back up here. And like, look at these giant rings. These are actually Christmas ornaments that I found one year, and I keep them in here for if I do like wedding sets. The next thing I want to share with you is this scrapbook paper organizer, and this I picked up at Michael's, and it organizes all of my scrapbook papers that I use for filming. So I'll go through like a little mini tour of this, but we're just gonna spend some time organizing it. So on top, I do have this bin from Michael's, which I thought would fit. My idea is that I was gonna get a bunch of these different bins, organize my papers by theme, but these bins actually don't fit the 12 by 12 papers. This bin is 12 by 12, which means that it kind of cuts off and it doesn't actually fit the 12 by 12 paper. So I'm not really sure what its purpose is. But I plan to use it for like the smaller papers that aren't 12 by 12. So, but I would like ideally for this to be organized by theme. So I use florals, I use like wood grains and kind of like texture backgrounds. So I want those to have their own little cubby. And then I also want like Christmas and winter to have their own cubby. I'm gonna organize this and then I'll give you guys a tour of what it turned out to look like as well. I also like that this is on wheels. It's super easy for me to move around. Now this board is actually kind of like one of these boards from a different unit that I had to organize these scrapbook papers initially, and it just wasn't working, but I did keep the boards because I use these boards for filming. They're nice and sturdy, so I can rest all my supplies on them. They get super, super grungy though, but they're easy to tape a piece of paper on if I want a background for filming. So I do keep those for that. So I actually think this top cubby is gonna be for that. It's just gonna be reserved for my filming thing, as well as for this little unit to store these smaller papers in. And then floral papers are probably the ones that I use the most. So I'm gonna keep them right up top. Marble is probably my favorite background for nails. I absolutely love marble papers, and most of these background papers are from Michael's. Some of them are from Hobby Lobby. just depending if I make it down there or not. But this is what I mean by textures. I like wood grains, I like marbles. I have like a slight obsession with this type of stuff, so I have tons of different papers for all of this. Again, this is an example of using these can really make the backgrounds look busy though. So if you're gonna use busy papers like this, just try floating your client's hands above it so that the focus becomes the nails and not the paper. I love this set. I picked up this really good floral Christmas set from Michaels, and I've been using them a ton. That I can just easily pull out and shuffle through. A lot of these I've used in videos and pictures before, so I might not even use them. Like, I like to use something different. I am gonna keep the seasonal one down here for every day. Now these down here, I'm just gonna put my paper pads in. I was gonna try and use this consistently, so this was just gonna be my background so that on Instagram everything looked cohesive, but I love this. Like, it's really nice. I do like using it. The only thing is I really just like using different backgrounds. I like to have fun with my backgrounds and my background props. And as fun as this is and how beautiful this is, because it was designed to match my wallpaper, I'm just not using it very much. So I think it fits nicely in here though, because it doesn't get damaged in here. So I think I'm just gonna tuck this in here for now. And I actually might put this like as decor in my studio instead of having it as a background prop, because I'm just not using it as a background prop. So it is all organized now, all of the different sections that I need in here. So this one up here is just filming. I did move this up here. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Floral loose papers, texture loose papers, seasonal loose papers, and then the same happens down here for the paper pads. So floral, textures, and seasonal. This thing functions so well for me. Like, it was such a find when I found it at Michaels, and I love that I can have everything all nice and organized here. So the next thing that I want to do, the last thing that I want to do is kind of move everything to one central location. So I have all of my filming stuff like ready to go and background stuff ready to go, and it's not kind of all over my studio like it is now. Okay, I'm not sure I love it, but all of my stuff for filming is together. So I'm going to try it out like this and see how I like it. I have all of the background props that I need here. Then I have my filming cart, and then I have my filming desk. So everything is kind of together in the same vicinity. The only thing is my filming cart needs to move when I film at my filming desk. It's kind of a mess right now because I put my light there. So it might not stay like this, but at least it's somewhat set up and ready to go. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Make sure you head on over to Ramona's channel, Beauty Nails Fun, and check out what she has to offer. Follow her on Instagram too, because I just love her feed so much. And if you're from her channel, welcome, and I hope you guys stick around. Make sure you're following me on all my social media, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!